Welcome back, everybody, to Rantpocalypse Talks The Walking Dead. I'm Justin.
Hey, I'm Kelly, and together we are a mother and son Walking Dead loving duo.
That's right, we are. And for this video, we're going to take a look into the top 5 things that you might have missed from a very entertaining, albeit misplaced episode, and that is episode 6, entitled Swear.
Which was all about Tara. You remember her, right?
From who's that?
Last season,
No, doesn't ring a bell.
I know. Well, after this episode, we were reminded of all of her wonderful things, including our first thing, which I just loved, and I got so excited, I squealed. Call back to the fist bump. Pound it out, Justin. Pound it out. And before she sets off, going back to Alexandria, Tara attempts to fist bump with Natanya, who is the woman in charge of the new community. And of course, any Tara fan's going to know that she's one character who loves the fist bump. And over the years, it's just kind of been her way of saying, hey, I like you, I trust you, I appreciate you. Sometimes it's been a little unfounded because her first fist bump that we see was with the governor when she first meets him in season 4. Then, of course, in season 5, she fist bumped Rick Grimes after he forgave her for her involvement in the governor's attack on the prison. That was the one where she said pound it out, right?
That was the one, I believe, that she said pound it out.
And then she did it one more time in season 5 when she was starting to make friends with Eugene. It was after they kind of were creepily sitting there and watching Rosita and Abraham have sex.
It was pretty hot. I don't blame them one bit for watching that. I mean, who doesn't want to see a ginger going at it? Everybody that she fist bumps with, outside of Rick, I think really wasn't all that great at it. I feel like Rick was the best one, and he even had like a little smirk whenever she gave him the fist bump, and it was a really cute moment for those two characters. Our number 4 moment was a new zombie name. That's right, we get another zombie name to add to the list. Sydney and Rachel, as they were going out on the beach and they were stabbing walkers in the head, Rachel and Sydney call out Bobbers. So I went back in the annals of zombie names on The Walking Dead. Biters, cold bodies, creepers, dead ones, floaters, swimmers, geeks, lame brains, lurkers, roamers, monsters, rotters, skin eaters, walkers, stinkers, skin bags, meat puppets, empties, deadies, ghouls, deadheads, infected, zombies. That's right, zombies have been used in the Walking Dead universe in the comic book. Okay. So what is your favorite walker name?
I loved Biters, and that was said by the governor.
I'm gonna go with Geeks. I love Geeks because Glenn uses Geeks, and I love Glenn, and I miss Glenn immensely.
Yeah, well, and thank you for that walk down memory lane of walker names.
You're very welcome. Cool. Bobbers, it's added to the list. I don't know how high up it is. You can let us know in the comment box down below where Bobbers ranks on your list and what your favorite zombie name is.
All right, our number 3 thing you might have missed, and this one's a little reachy, but we know how Robert Kirkman loves including Bible references in The Walking Dead. So at the Oceanside Cabin Motor Court, we see Cindy, and she's got a clock in the background with the time on the clock. It says 8:21. So if you look up 8:21 in the Bible, it takes you to Genesis chapter 8, verse 21, which reads, "The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them."
Ooh, who does this sound like to you, Walking Dead fans?
Sounds like an Easter egg to the coming of the Whisperers to this team.
We all know the Whisperers is a very huge thing, and I think that eventually we're going to see them on the TV show, and I feel like this was a nice little nod of these dudes and dudettes are coming, and they're evil.
And they're going to wear clothing of skin
on their faces. Our number 2 thing you might have missed from this week's episode was the Oceanside Cabin Motor Courts. This was a really cool introduction of this new badass all-female community, but this community has actually been mentioned before in the Walking Dead comics issue 139. In that issue, we see a shot of Michonne coming in on a boat from a recent trip to the Oceanside community. Also, in issue 142, a character by the name of Sadiq, a character in the comic books, he mentions in issue 142 the community by name. He says to Maggie, "I found the people living at Oceanside. I'm the one who told Rick about them. I thought this was a very cool thing that they're introducing the Oceanside community into the show, because it's not only a nod to the comic books, but it's also a nod to the Telltale Games The Walking Dead Michonne episode, What We Deserve. It was mentioned in that episode of the video game, and we see two characters, Pete and Sadiq, in that game with Michonne. So I'm really, really hoping that we're going to see a crossover between the Telltale Games and The Walking Dead, which I would absolutely love. I want to see Clem in the Walking Dead TV show universe.
Me too, and I want her to hook up with Carl. Our number one thing that you might have missed was just a sweet homage to Glenn. So while Tara and Heath were out searching for supplies and Heath is getting really down, and in an effort to encourage him, Tara tells Heath the number one rule of scavenging is that there's nothing left in this world that isn't hidden. Her words mirror Glenn's from Season 5 when he told her the exact same thing. You might remember in Season 5, Episode 2, it was during a supply run that Glenn goes into a gun store. Tara doubts that there's anything left in there. Glenn comes out with 3 very important silencers. The news, of course, stuns Tara, who's left speechless by his find. He tells Maggie and Tara the number one rule of scavenging: there's nothing left in this world that isn't hidden. I just loved everything in this episode that made us think about Glenn. Tara and Glenn were extremely close, so I liked it.
So those were just 5 of the things that we thought you may have missed in this episode. There's certainly more, so we would love to hear about some of the things you caught that we didn't catch. Put those down in the comment box below. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, just hit the thumbs up button. That really helps us out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.